Hello everybody, welcome back to Nostalgia Craft. Okay, I did some stuff off camera, don't be mad. I tried my best, this was meant to be an auto farm, I don't know if it's gonna work. But yeah, it's meant to be like an auto farm, I don't know if it's gonna work just the same. Or whatever, but still, okay, I did that off camera. I'm questioning with my food, because I'm like, wait, where's my food? I got that. I lost the chickens, but you guys are like, why don't you go get chickens and stuff? I'm gonna get chickens eventually. I just want to. I'm not even gonna try shit the stream today. I just want to do the game and play the game and relax. So today's episode, we need to get things done. We need to start getting. Because I want to bring the platform up till about here today, which is gonna take, well, a shit time. We don't have a lot of it today. I've got like an hour or so to do this, and today I'm going to be fueled. My beverage of today. I also sorted out my chests. I made a bunch of chests. Anyway, yeah, I got some dirt and stuff sorted out. I did some mining on camera. So this is the height of the castle. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just make. I just want to get like. Well, I would have turned the volume on my PC down. Give me. Yeah. Oh, I love this Minecraft music. This is nostalgic for me. Excuse me. That was very rude of me. Okay, I've still got to cover this whole area in. I want to make it mostly dirt, so like we can plant plants around and trees and stuff, and you don't have to worry about it. So the question is, do we have a dirt pocket here somewhere? No, we don't have one in the mines. I don't know, maybe we should go to one of these areas, maybe a hill, not real close, it must be not too far away, but far enough that we can still gather it without elytra, because we don't have elytra. I thought I had more dirt. I did have more dirt. Make some spare shovels. Maybe 10 be fine. Remember when Minecraft was peaceful? You could just do this. Right. Move a look at the stream. I've just had a bit of not a day. I kind of woke up late. I was a bit grumpy and grouchy today, and I'm all over the place. So anyway, I just want to ask you, how is everybody doing? How my lovelies doing? As I like to call you guys. I used to call you guys my lovelies, and you still are my lovelies, because you all are lovely people. No matter who you are. Let's see. I'm not gonna go too far, because I want to be near base. So I want to be maybe just over this hill here. And we can, I need the ladder. Fuck, I don't have ladders, but we can make a stairway down. Something is a bit close. I think here. That fluctuated weird. I don't have my glasses. I can't see who's here and what's happening. I should have done this off camera, but I forgot to do that. I said I was going to do it off camera. So I'm just doing a stripping of some dirt here. We go through. This is why you make a lot of shovels, people. Just getting dirt. Resource gathering. Look at the old school way. Eventually I'll use this as like a storeroom or something eventually, or a, as a pit, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Just doing this for a bit. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, I'm not talking, I'm just kind of just want to get this done real quick. Just want to get the last of this dirt and then we can make... That should be enough for now. And then eventually what we can do is I'll strip it back till about here and it'll be all I need to take from this spot. You're wondering how do the mobs spawn work? They spawn in a radius around in this version. Anyway. I want to take a sip of my beverage, but I'm being chased by monsters. Oh, I remember the old, like, in the water thing where you could, like, when you went into water, you see, like, a texture over the camera. If everybody would have was, like, really, like, not, you know, not great. Not what you say. It's not that bad. People just go, it's bad, it's like this, it's this. I'm home, sleep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the Village and Pillage update, when they update the crop stuff. Oh, Max broke. Okay, that's fine. Lex goes in the crop chest, which is, I think, it's this one. I'm thinking about Medea, the Medea movies. Uh, oh, the old feather texture. I remember the old feather textures. I remember there were some YouTubers that like loved, like this is what they, well, a lot of them started out. Hey, you got more chickens. Sorry, it's fine. We've got lots of chickens. At least we don't have to worry about like arrows, you know. We've got a little bit of a chicken farm going. So let's get back to what we wanted to do, what we started to do. We really sort of filling in this area. This is the first terraforming I've done in 1.12 since, besides for that little house, we did a bit of terraforming there. I'm just... So you're gonna fill it in while you leave it there. There's a thing called the groove. You get in a groove or funk when you're terraforming. So this is always what you just... Get in the groove, get in the smoother things, get in the smooth groove. Schmoove groovy. You know, it's part of just getting there. Okay, then you do that again. You count 3, so this is 3. And one of these days when we start building the actual castles, the castle turrets and stuff, I feel like it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a very good day. Once we get going and once the funk is out of the funk, but... You say, why am I sprinting all the time? For this music, fuck me. Oh man. Oh, man, it takes me back to when I was younger. I love that nowadays you can place 3 blocks down. Like, in the old Minecraft you couldn't build 3 blocks down. Feels so really, like, now, basically nowadays, if I go to the newer versions, you can only place 2 at a time. Back then you couldn't place 3 at a time. For some reason, like 3 blocks down, I don't know why. I think they updated that in the newer versions, people get used to it, and I think they called it like extended reach or something when it came to blocks. I'm also really good at speed building. I've been building on this game for close to a decade. I think I'm fast now. Think back when I was younger to the PS3 edition, the OG, one of the OG Minecraft's console editions. I used to be like, oh yeah, you had a remote. The thing is, I learned that just holding down blocks in that game also slowed down a lot, so I became really good. You hear me? I'm actually clicking, I'm not holding. I'm just gonna get more dirt. Yeah, so that's how much we've done so far. That's a lot. We've done a lot already. Hello to those just joining the stream. We're doing terraforming today. We're finally working on the base for the castle. So now you can see my vision. I work with, I'm dyslexic and ADHD. So I call it not hyper-visualization. I just can visualize stuff extremely well in like 3D. So I do apologize if I'm building this, it's Mach 20. Anyway, I'll show you what I'm going to want to do. So this whole area is going to be like a hole. I'm going to cut a bit into here a bit and dig it down, but eventually we'll make this into a hole, cut that away so there's a bit of a view, or not a view, there might be a view there. I don't know, we'll see yet, but, the 1.12 sun. Takes me back, people. Takes me back. Okay, so today's pronouns, to those that just joined, is she, /her, /they, /them. Respect it. If I say. Alright, even though I was born male, it's a complicated story. Anyway, today's beverage is Monster. Okay, so Monster is a thing I use for flow. So what do you mean flow? When I talk about flow, when it comes into terms of building, or my flow of movement in the game is different to versus flow in the sense of building. If you get in a rhythm, it's called flow. Makes sense. I need to plant these still. Anything interesting we're doing? Not much interesting. We're basically collecting dirt. 19, 11, 12. And the reason is we need shovels. And yes, you wonder why haven't got diamond yet? Because, well, I haven't managed to get there yet. aka I haven't been mining much and I've been lazy. Yeah, I need to get more wood. I'm running low on wood. I'm trying to be more efficient in this series. Oh, I was about to say, wait, what? What? Huh? I almost put the wood in the wrong chest. Oh, my brain broke for a second. What? Okay. You're wondering why I'm getting so many shovels, because we gotta go do some digging. Where's dirt? Where'd I put my dirt again? Where'd I put my wood? Whoop. And then you put this in here, because this is the old dandelion. Do I miss it? Yes, of course I miss the original textures, because original textures are... People say they look, like, clunky. I think they look really cool, now this is... If you're going to say that's retro, it is retro, because it's like what I grew up building and playing with. But, yeah, I love this. I love Minecraft. I've always loved this game. It's like Fishing Planet. To those who join me with my Fishing Planet streams, which we'll have one after this, because, yeah. Also, I want to say sorry about last stream to those who joined. I kind of ended it a little earlier than I wanted. Yeah, girlfriend, my partner, would be a lovely partner who she had a bit of an emergency and she needed me, so I had to call her. So my priorities are, as I say, straight. Unlike me. I make that's funny. I made myself laugh. I know, I'm a loser. Yeah, I had to be there and talk. She needed me. She needed me. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, that's this. I do. If it's too loud, let me know, please. If those who are just joining, or sitting chatting and FKing or whatever, cool. That's cool. Just let me know if it's a bit loud, and if you can hear me, okay. Oh, new shovel. I'm trying not to make go too big, because if I go too big here, I'm gonna get water. And yeah, this is kind of we use this area not too. This is just for getting bare basic resources, you know. I feel like an OG Minecraft YouTuber playing on this version, because this is sort of similar. I like to say this is one of the last of the original Minecraft versions before they started making all the major update changes. All the textures are the same as they were when I was younger. All the, like, everything is pretty much the same as it was when I was younger. If you're wondering, why am I tearing a hole in the ground right now? Because we need dirt. And I think there were no such thing as duplicate. Well, there were duplication farms back then, but if I learn how to make one, we'll make one. Jeez, that grass breaking gave me a fright. Scared the living hell out of me. And if you're wondering why there's no music, it's because I want this gameplay to be raw and cut, and for us to have fun while we play a really cool game. This is before the breaking sound. They added the breaking. I think it's before they added the breaking sound. if you remember, this is how deep the original like dirt would go, basically. So, see, this is, I'm gonna make this one day. I might make this into a big quarry style pit thing. Itch, I've got an itch. Ooh, itch in the, on the, itchy, yeah. Nah. To go back then to, like, I used to play this game so much, I could remember some of the worlds I used to play on 1.12. Like, after, okay, let's take you back to when I was younger. When we used to play on we had a server that I owned and ran back then. I owned and I ran with some mates on it. It was not anything special. It was actually when I was still in school, my mom, she was such a, used to help us out a lot. She basically said, "Oh, you guys want to play on Minecraft?" So yeah, well, I'll pay for it, and she would pay for it for us. Anyway, but I ran it. I ran the whole thing. But it was fully paid, so like you could get on at any time. And I remember, I wonder if it's still on there. I wonder if it's on YouTube. If I can find it, I'll be nostalgic to see. What was his name though? Johan Wall. I can't remember his name. One of my good friends, he made a tutorial. He was a good friend. I was calling him a good friend from back then. If he's out there, Johan, hello, I'm still around. Yeah, he was a very cool guy. I made friends with him, and then he kind of invited me to his gaming group, and that's how we all formed what was our team name? I can't remember. We had a team name, but we had a team name at one point. If we still record today together, my goodness. How much we've all changed over the years, for sure. Like, some of us are fully qualified at stuff, others are qualified as, we were all around the same age. Remember, we were like, I was 15, 16, 14 or 15 at the time. This is grade 8 now, so this was like 14, 15. And we built and built and built and built and built on that world to our heart's content. Oh yeah, this reminded me of the time my one mate and I'm trying not to mention names because I don't know if they want their privacy on the internet. I've already told you about one of them. He's already on the internet. He's everywhere. Anyway. Basically that one friend and I, let's call him Orange. Or R. Let's call him R. Because it was J, R, L, and R. So there's two R's. Let's call R-O. So R and I basically used to, he was fascinated in building. He loved building in the game. He loved building. I think he still does. If he was still around, we'd play together. Hey, I think we would be building a lot of stuff. Anyway, is that enough? Let's do one more line. Anyway, him and I built. We built I've got a photo and I found it the other day. I want to show you, but I can't because it's got our old gamer tags, and some of them still use their said gamer tags. Literally, we built. Robin and I started out with. So we basically. So if I could find the seed I would do a seed tour with you guys, because at the time it was flippin' heck, it was so much fun. Going back to then, playing with those old friends, having the memories. People say, why do you like Minecraft? Isn't it a boring game? I'm like, first of all, fuck off, and secondly, no, it's not boring. It's a game that I've enjoyed for close to a decade. I've enjoyed. Anyway, yeah, I've been, into this game since I could, so basically, I'm gonna put this out there. I think most Minecraft not Minecraft YouTubers, some YouTubers, a lot of YouTubers were either bullied or they had something happen in childhood. But yeah, I was one of those unlucky few to be bullied in school. It's a long story. Anyway, going back to the server thing, we basically think about this. So basically, think of this little island as the mainland, with a cliff. This little bottom block was where they had their base. We were across a waterway from them, and we eventually it was like a cliff. So what we did was we built this little island spot for our crops, and we put our sugar cane down there. And eventually, we built a top layer of dirt for some reason on top of the sugar cane, and then that became the top garden. And then we had like a whole. It was cool. If I could find that seed again or find that world again, I can't remember who. I don't know if it was Apex Hosting who hosted us at that point, but we had it was a paid server. It was back when before I found out about the whole free-to-play servers and the whole free-to-play system, and then before I moved it over. Anyway, that server led to a lot of things for me, but including we built this castle, which R and I, not Robin. Robin's bird, not R. I keep thinking Robin. The Robin. Anyway, R and I literally we built this castle. It was on a cliff face. Well, we dug it into a cliff face, and it had a big wall of glass. And I remember all of us were we were all kind of just loved building and stuff, so we all had this affinity for it. But going back to the whole thing with the friends, I remember I logged on the one day, and there was J, R-O, and L. The guys, see these four amazing builders, talented guys, and I hop on, and then they're like, yeah, because at the time I think I was at kickboxing at the time. This is when I started kickboxing, or I got home swimming, water polo, something like that. Anyway, and this was a Friday. I remember I got on. Oh, I heard the creeping. I heard that. Oh, every inch of me just shriveled up into a ball. Get off the land, you little shite stain. Hey. Anyway, going back to the story, these four guys were, and then all of a sudden the next day I was like they were building this mob farm. This was like when the mob farm was still crude and in the early stages of mob farms. It was still, I still build that same mob farm design today because of them. But I've kind of modified it a little bit here and there. We might build one. But anyway, I got this notification because at the time we all subscribed to Jay's YouTube channel at the time. J and R-O's YouTube channels, because they made videos together all the time. I think we all did as kids, but I can't remember if I uploaded them or I just deleted them. But anyway, I I think, no, was it on RO? Was it RO? Was it J? I can't remember. Probably J's YouTube channel. Anyway, but these guys were videoing. I logged on just to do some stuff before I had to go to dinner. I get a notification, and I'm like, huh. I was like, what's this? What's this notification? They basically went ahead and we needed a mob grinder for the whole server. So they said, can we build a mob grinder? It won't lag the server too much. It was the early days. It wasn't so laggy as the new ones are. And we basically, it was a time-lapse footage. This was early days of third-person time-lapse footage. I think Jay at the time he was dabbling in like time-lapses, and he really enjoyed editing things like that. He was extraordinarily talented for, especially his age. You know, at the time he was, you know, I was probably 14. He was 13, 14. Because he was 1 year ahead. He was put 1 year ahead in school. But those guys used to edit like crazy. And I've got to thank RO if he ever sees this. RO or RG as I should call him. Because, yeah, those are his initials in games. Yeah, because he introduced me to editing. Well, he didn't introduce me to editing a video itself, but he introduced me to the whole streaming side of things. He told me, hey, get this, get OBS, get this recording software. That's what I use. This is what I use. And remember, at the time, I was still deeply in love, and I still am deeply in love with Minecraft YouTube. I just don't like the fact it's gotten so clickbaity and cringy. I know I sound like an old fucking granddad, grandma on a fucking thing, but we used to, yeah. Back then, we were spoilt back then, you know. Back then we had Stampy, Iblistic Squid, DM, thanks Sia, we had Think Noodles, we had a bunch. Like, CNAN has kind of helped spur on, I don't know, said Technoblade. Technoblade was, I think Technoblade, after he died, well, not after he died, he kind of spurred. He helped, basically said, this is what is possible as a YouTuber, as a Minecraft YouTuber, and he pushed it, like Popular MMOs, another one. Craner, Sunday, Lancey, back then, Lancey, if anybody remembers him, fucking hell. I think he still streams on Twitch every now and then, but a lot of those guys have kind of, either they've pulled themselves a little bit away from the scene of Minecraft. You know, Minecraft scene, like it's sad to see. Like obviously Stampy's retired. One thing that I still love to see is there's a YouTube channel. If you guys like OG Minecraft YouTubers and even OG YouTubers, like if you remember, thanks Sia, those guys. I'm gonna shout out their channel because it's awesome. It's thanks Sia, James, Dan TDM, Iblistic Squid, and Dan TDM, thanks Sia, Think Noodles, Iblistic Squid. Yeah, it's 4 of them. And what they do is they just get together once a week together and they play games in cool, and they play and just even they play modern games, yes, but they call themselves the Unks. The Unks. Capital UNCS. Oh, gotta go do some more mining. It's fine. It's more terraforming. But as soon as this is done, we'll have the base for this. I mean, this has already taken us 45, 50 minutes. If I had the resources already, we wouldn't have had this problem. Alright, let me plant these seeds, put this gunpowder away. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling, and I love it. This is my YouTube channel, you guys have got to listen to me. I'm joking. I like to consider this not as just my channel. I'm just the guy who runs and hosts this thing. It's almost a show. You know, one day I would love to get to know my audience more. You know, like, YouTube nowadays, a lot of YouTubers, they're so big in the sense of like their channels are huge, and a lot of YouTubers back in the day, like they were all they were still kind of connected with their roots and their channel channel YouTube subscribers back then. And that back then they would, for example, they would oftentimes get fan mail. One day I want to set up a fan mail system. I don't know if you guys can ship internationally, but I think you guys, well, no, you will be able to if you just need, it's just expensive. Here you go, Mr. Chicken. So we've got a full thing. I just need to go get watermelon. That's the only downside to this version. There's no one-ring traders, which I'm so used to. Like, oh, okay, I need melons. One-ring trader. Just want to put this away. I'm just gonna. So one of the reasons why I started this series was because I love Minecraft today. The new Minecraft, it is awesome. But also, not only is it awesome, it's also super laggy for me. You know, it's gotten too big as a game. They've updated it, they've moved it onto a different operating system, which is great, don't get me wrong, but I think honestly, instead of focusing on the operating system, yes, making it operate good on newer versions, great, and all that kind of thing, but also just make the game as the people want it. Like, I know a lot of Minecraft players, great, brilliant Minecraft players, that they want certain features, but they've been ignored. You know, like, and like stuff like, yeah, the ocean update was brilliant, but also like when they first put the Phantom in the game, like, yeah, it was great, but it's not. I think it's one of the more useless mobs in the game. People say, oh, the goat is useless. No, the goat actually has some sort of purpose, yes. Yes, it adds, obviously, the horn to the game and all that kind of thing. But also, it takes... I saw you. It's quick little shits. Hop. Let's just quickly... I'll come back into the rest of this mining now. Anyway, see right now, if you stayed up 4 days in the game before, you could stay up for days and days and days before, like, nothing but bad would happen. You would just basically, you know, like, they basically did that only so they can entice the player to sleep more, to be in their house and their base more and do more decoration inside when it's nighttime. That's the only reason why they added the Phantom, in my opinion. And also they said, oh no, it's good because you can heal your Elytra. You can't even craft the Elytra, you know? If they made the Elytra more accessible, yeah, I guess, but like, now, back in the day, when it was first invented, it was great, but honestly, they one thing we need is an end update. We haven't had a proper end update ever. We got the end, and that was it. And the thing is, I don't know if it's something to do with, like, developers' drama. Like, maybe because Notch made I don't know who came up with the end in the first place. Maybe it was Notch. No, it was Notch. Notch came up with the end, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember correctly. But, yeah, they didn't want to update it because Notch said he didn't want to update it or something. I don't know. You know. Anyway, drama aside, let's get back to getting some more dirt for the castle build, because this is going to be Nostalgiacraft, and Nostalgiacraft isn't just going to be about. It's going to be about mostly building and exploration and finding things and making new memories together as we go along. That's the whole point of Nostalgiacraft. You know, the whole point, that's why I started up. You know, like, because what it also does, this being on an older version, restricts you to that block palette. You know, and that's how we played back in the day. Oh, wait, I want to lock off. You know, we were restricted. We were restricted to not a lot of stuff. We didn't have a lot of blocks back then. We had, like, you could build, like, they had just add Elder Guardians and stuff to the game at the time, and that was the mystery of the ocean. Like, that was the reason why you went in the ocean, you know. Nowadays, it's more like, oh yeah, there's an Elder Guardian. Let's build an Elder Guardian environment and box it in. Oh, my key. I stopped walking forward. But yeah. Mostly terraforming we're doing today, because I'm gonna do this until you know, I'm gonna basically do the terraforming until the terraforming is done for the day, and then what I'm gonna do is take a 20-30 minute break maybe between the streams, and then I'm gonna do another fishing stream, and hopefully if not, if you guys don't like that, let me know. We must make a poll. I haven't really made a poll lately. Some people find me relaxing, apparently. And the people that are not chatting in chat and they think they're not being noticed, you are. I see everything. And I don't mean that as like a threat. I've got you on my phone. I can see the numbers. No, I'm not some fancy schmancy ninja or, you know, modern streamer. I'm going a bit like old school back in the day kind of thing. Like, I remember watching a Dan TDM stream from 2014. I got into YouTube around 2013. Watching YouTube around 2013. And 2012, 2013, around there. And then 2015, big tragedy in our family happened. Don't like getting into it much because it will make you choked up. And I don't want to put that on the internet because bullies are everywhere. Constantly sniffing, poking, prodding. In my opinion, going back to that. Anyway, Minecraft YouTubers, basically, I've been watching, I watched all the originals, most of the originals. Like, some that'll make you go, what, really? Iron Mango, Galaxy Waffle, who used to play, he basically did a few Minecraft Let's Plays back in the day on mods. And he moved primarily over to, what's it called? What is it called? Something else. He moved over. He still plays Minecraft every now and then when he does a modded Minecraft mod pack kind of thing. Anyway, but Galaxy Waffle, he made the Jurassic World. It was just after Jurassic World, as the new Jurassic World was still just came out on into theaters. Anyway, yeah, he was back with Jurassic Craft back in the day, you know. Ooh. But this is what we had to do back in the day to get materials, to strip. Literally, I remember one time, on our on my server back in the day with JR and RO. I remember we found a desert, and next to this desert we had a plains biome. I remember quite vividly. And there was also a dark oak forest with woodland mansion. You know, the whole 9 yards. We found the woodland mansion happened to be next to a desert, happened to be next to a plain. So we basically said that we're designating as strictly where we want to get our materials from, as dirt and sand for glass. And the amount of times I would fucking go there on horseback, because that's literally how we used to do it. Because Elytra's, we fought that dragon last week of us having the server. We didn't really want to rush the server. Like some guys would rush back then. There were speedrunners, but we weren't really into speedrunning. A lot of us weren't. That's how it was, you know. This is kind of cool how this is how the ground forms. It's, if you look at it from like a cross section, kind of cool and interesting. And eventually what I'm going to do is I'll put trees around this front bit so we can't see it from the castle too easily. Because the castle is going to be like 4 stories. Three stories, maybe 4 stories. We'll see how high we can go. And eventually I might build one of the towers here and one of the walls go, or maybe one tower in the water here. I don't know, I'll figure it out eventually once we get to there. Eating a 100-foot worm eating it up and you need to take it slow, steady, and 1 bite at a time. That's my go-to right now. I'm not making sense, but let's get to doing it. Let's see if we can. One bite at a time here, people. Keep myself busy. I wish there was a way to like back then. This is something that I found quite interesting. I wish there was obviously to make the sound packs seem fresh and groovy and stuff. They literally they made it random and sporadic when it would start playing. I think it's every 40-50 minutes they play it. So it wouldn't get boring. I remember at one stage, oh fuck, I forgot about him. Oh, and S. Another S. S was another player we invited later on. Yeah, S, J, R, O, and L. L didn't join us until like a little bit later on in the server, but that when they built the mob farm, he had just jumped on the server at the time. Hey, we're gonna make it. We're gonna have enough. But I don't want to end this before an hour mark. There we go. Most of the terraforming's done. The next bit of terraforming we need to do. So I'm gonna keep this hill, but from about here back, I'm gonna cut this away. So we can have a bit more space and shit. Anyway, cool. What do we need to do other than this? Nothing much. Let's just check the... It's working! It's the green, the fucking... It's working. Sorry, got excited. My farm is actually working. It's just slow. I might need to turn the tick rate up. I'm so used to faucet tick rates. Bitrate tick rates. I should be drinking water, but I'm drinking a monster in the background. Cobblestone farm. Okay, cool. I'm just checking everything we need to check. One thing we need to do. The reason why I ran a little bit further on, there was a zombie there. Bop, bop. We need now 1, 2, 3, 5 more. Yeah? Yeah, you're gonna die. Cool. The people are gonna be like, why do you need we're basically building up our supply farms in the city, because where we are right now is gonna be what I call this. This is gonna be this house is gonna eventually be. I'm not gonna get much bigger. I'm just gonna make it like one more floor, but it's gonna slant up and make it all pretty. But this is gonna be. I'm gonna call it the founder's house. You know, the guy who started the city has to start from somewhere. Let me get going on this bar here. But why you wanna? We're not gonna run out of cobblestone and andesite and stuff. See this music, fuck. C418, fuck, whatever you may be, my brother. You are a legend, well done. This music is now it's in one of the biggest audio library databases in the world. So, future generations, if it ever gets lost, if people forget about this music and they say, oh, it's Minecraft, oh yeah, I remember that. I've heard of this game our ancestors played. I wonder what the music sounds like. Go to there and see it. I keep seeing the number jump on my thing. It's 3, then 2, then 3, then 2. Eyes are so bad. I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, yeah. So this is gonna go, and then this here. I think I'm not sure if I should make the whole face this way, because the sunrise is that way. I want to make it maybe make the windows. I have a side entrance here, probably a back entrance, and this is not for this castle. A lot of people say religion's based. A lot of kingdoms are based on religion. Mine is not. Mine's going to be based on. It's going to be a medieval castle with the theme of Greek gods and goddesses, because that's what I am into and that's what I believe in. I'm going to do this off camera because this is getting boring and we've done a lot of it today. Anyway, let me get to the house and I'm going to quickly log off for a sec and then I'll come back on just now. Maybe we'll do another stream tonight. We'll see how we do. If you guys like this very beautiful, wonderful stream. Sorry, let's move forward. This beautiful, wonderful stream. I hope you guys punch that like button in the face. And if you subscribe, if you're new, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please be kind to one another. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and have a good one.